What's up? It's your boy LOE Visuals. Welcome. Tonight we're gonna talk about is UFC surpassing box. Comment below. Comment below. Let me know what y'all think. I'm gonna interact with everybody, so just comment. Let me know, and we're gonna talk about. We're gonna get right into it. So, what I feel like is going wrong with boxing and UFC. I feel like UFC is doing its job. I really can't complain with UFC. They're doing what they need to do. But what boxing is doing wrong is simple. Like, the best not fighting the best. If the best fought the best, me and my brother would spend $100,000 on pay-per-view fights. We'll buy so many fights. Like, guys like Earl versus Crawford, why they not fighting? Lomachenko versus Tank, why they not fighting? Come on now, we been on AJ versus Wilder. Like, we've been waiting on it for years, but we gotta put an asterisk by it because both of them lost. Like, we're not even interested in it no more. Like, how is it supposed to be exciting when both of them lost? Like, we was just enjoying it. We was waiting on it. We have been waiting on it for years. Like, guys like Lomachenko, like Tank, we've been waiting on it for years. Like, why this not happen? Like, all this supposed to been happening in years. We've been waiting on Crawford versus Earl since, man. Give me a second, child. Give me a second. I need to think. 4 years now. What? No, 3 years. 3 years. At least 2017, right? When Crawford moved up to 47 after he beat Horn, like 2018, 2017. One of those, y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't really care, man. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? But I feel like, boxing is kind of like sinking. They don't like that last horse. Like, promoters not working together with each other, and it's causing so much friction in boxing. Like, Al Heyman and Bob, we barely get good fights from them. They don't want to work with each other, so we kind of be aid out on that. Guys like Eddie Hearn, he's kind of fending for help from every promoter, so he needs his help. So we can't get good fights in boxing. So I feel like that's the main thing, and I feel like that's holding them back. The best not fighting the best. And I feel like UFC is strictly capitalizing on what they're doing. Like, their rankings, the rankings are so consistent. Like, the 1 versus 2 fight, if they're not fighting, it's probably because of injury. Most likely. That's 98% of the time the fight's gonna happen. Unless somebody pulls out for an injury. Like, so and what else we're gonna talk about today? We're gonna talk about the numbers. Like, the numbers of Wilder versus Fury. Like, I did Wilder versus Fury because it's heavyweights, and that's boxing. Boxing is heavyweights. Everybody knows this. Boxing is heavyweights. So what I did was the numbers. So both Wilder versus Fury fights did 1.1 million. Like, a little bit over 1.1 million for both of their fights, for their 2 fights. And UFC 251 alone did 1.3 million pay-per-view buys. And I don't want you guys to try to use this excuse. Oh, they had 3 title fights on the card. Like, that doesn't mean nothing. If Mike Tyson would have fought Lennox Lewis or whatever, Muhammad Ali, anybody like them guys, when Mayweather fights, people buy it. Like, and I can't say Muhammad because he wasn't in the pay-per-view era. So excuse me, y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about though. But I feel like boxing is kind of like, they're not putting the best fights on it, and I feel like people are starting to realize that we're not stupid. Like, we see that guys are ducking. Like, all these guys out here claiming they champ. It's 4 different titles. Like, how is this supposed to be a champ? Like, how are we supposed to understand who's the champ when it's 4 different titles and 1 versus 2 won't fight? 1 trying to fight 4, 2 trying to fight 5. It's never gonna be a situation when it goes on. It's gonna always slow boxing down. It's gonna drown boxing, and eventually UFC is gonna surpass boxing. So it's gonna be the end, like, because guys are already overpaid now, and that's another main reason why guys are ducking. And I feel like UFC is capitalizing on it. Like, I feel like UFC fighters should get paid more, in my opinion. At least the best fighting the best. So why not? Why not? But in conclusion, I want to say, like, what could help boxing? I mean, if you just put the best fights on, I feel like boxing don't always have a diehard fan base. So if you put the best fights on, I'm pretty sure people are gonna buy those fights. Like my brother is a casual, but he refuses to not watch boxing because he wants to see Earl versus Crawford. Like he refuses to watch it. Like pays attention. Why Lomachenko not fighting Tank? He doesn't even watch boxing, but he knows about the little everybody claiming they the champ, but he knows about it. So. And he trying to see why nobody fighting, so he just really not getting into it. So that's why boxing is losing fans, in my opinion. And I feel like they could grow fans if they just put the best fights on. So that's all for today. Everybody subscribe, like the video, comment, give back at me, comment down below, like the video for me. And I'm going to keep dropping here for y'all.